Together, growing in faith, changing communities. My dear brothers and sisters, today is the last day of the month, the last day of the year. And the Holy Mother Church, in her wisdom, gives us the beginning of the Gospel of John. As it were, it allows us to look into our lives. And if you have been on the social media today, quite a number of people have been posting about 365. So there is a sense of gratitude that, wow, we've made it. There is a sense of giving thanks to God because God has been faithful and we have made it and we have seen the last day of the month, the last day of the year. But also there could be a sense of anxiety when you look back and you just cannot wait for this to end. And you could easily say it was a terrible year. There's something that I read. The grace of God will not place you where God does not want to grow you. Let me say that again. The grace of God will never place you where God is not prepared to groom and to grow you. So wherever you have been in the last couple of months, and the mere fact that God has allowed you to go through that which you've gone through, the Lord has been grooming you. He is growing you into something unknown to us. But He is grooming you for something important. The author goes back and argues, in the beginning was the Word. And if you go to first letter of John chapter 1, verses 1 to 3, what we have seen, what we have heard, what we have touched, what we have been with in our lives, we now preach to you. Why? So that you may have fellowship with Him. So what is the argument of John? The argument of John is that the Word is Jesus. Jesus is both life and light. And these two great things at the end of this year are crucial. That God has carried your life and God has saved us from darkness into His own wonderful light. So whatever you've been through, you are stronger than that because God, who is both life and light, has been faithful. That's the first and the most amazing thing for me. The second and equally important principle for me is that He came to His own, and His own people did not accept Him. He came to His own, and His own rejected Him. Not everybody is going to become your friend. And we need to be at peace with that. Not everybody is going to be eating from your cup or from your hand. It is quite okay to accept that people will think differently from you. And I kind of believe that we need to become comfortable with the sense of being rejected by those who think differently from us. He was rejected by his own. The very same creation that he brought into existence rejected him. And so let us not spend time worrying about those who do not love us, worrying about those who wish us ill, worrying about those who go out against you. Learn to move on and to live a fruitful life. The other thing that I also find absolutely important, this word became flesh. It founded a home. We need to be planted somewhere. We need to be anchoring ourselves. We need to be stable. We need to exist. And we need to have a sense of belonging in God, in ourselves, in our families, in our loved ones, wherever you get a sense of belonging. And I think it is important, once we find a sense of belonging, to start growing where we are planted. Belong somewhere. But do not become a sucker. Do not become a slave so that people accept you. Do not compromise who you are just because you want to be loved and to be accepted. Let them know you, cherish you, love you, and accept you for who you are. Inkonzo yanamhlanje kumina ibaluleke ngendlela ejulile. Basebenzisa leli gama i-crossover. La kudabuka kuhlukana umkhathi. La kudabuka kuhlukana ukuhlwa, ubumnyama nokukhanya. La uNkulunkulu evala ibhuku nencwadi ka-2022 eqala ibhuku elisha. Kuvuka umhlabeleli othi mawungangedluli Jesu, mawubiza abanye uzungizwe nami. But also enye inkonzo evukayo mina uma sithatha le nkonzo la when we crossing over kuvuka inkonzo kaJakobe. uJakobe ubebalekile kubo, kodwa uJakobe usefika manje la esethi sengicela ukubuyela ekhaya, angikwazi ukufela ezitabeni. Thandwa zami, asenzeni isinqumo so kuthi mangena kulonyaka ozayo, anginandaba ukuthi ungiphathelele unyaka ozayo, kodwa angifuni ukungena kunyaka ozayo nensila yakulonyaka. Balekile kumina leyo nto. Ungangena emashidini nodaka lasemini. Ingakho kubalekile ukugeza ubusuku kulabo abagezayo. Ungangeni kunyaka ozayo uthwele umthwalo obungakwazi ukuthi uzethule wona. There's this beautiful prayer to change the things that I can, to accept the things that I cannot change, and to have the wisdom to know the difference. Nizobona phakathi kulamasonto alandelayo kunenkonzo engifuna ukuyenza la ngibusisa khona imindeni. Kuleyo nkonzo ngobe ngikhuluma ngento ejulile ethi ungayitsheli ukuthi just because u2022 ubunzima u2023 uzoba lula. Ungayikhohlisi. U2023 could still be worse than 2022. And ayikho inkinga uma worse than 2022 ngoba uNkulunkulu uthi Simon Peter as eshona namhlanje athi ungesabi vele sengikhulekele. Why then kumele sisabe u2023? Uthe ubaba vele uNkulunkulu noma umlilo ungaba khona uzongena nathi emlilweni. Don't be naive and say, I wish 2023 will become better. No, it can be worse, that's okay. As long as God is still with me, I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. God has prayed. uNkulunkulu sesikhulekele. Sengiphetha kunale nkonzo uJakobe ayenza. Uthi mayisezowela uJakobe aqinisekise ukuthi akuka kushiya ngemuva ekumele akuhambise enakuka kisa ngaphambili ekumele akushiye ngemuva. My dear brothers and sisters, uJakobe struggles with God. Ingakho mina ngithusa umuntu namhlanje kumhla ka31 angene kumhla ka1 January 2023 nebhodlela esandleni ephuzile. Angifuni ukuthi edakiwe kodwa ngifuna ukusho njalo. Ungena kanjani eqela udakiwe? Angisho ukuthi bangaphuza abantu kodwa ngisho lecishe ifane naleyo. Be of your sober mind. Allow God to help you to struggle with the reality of your life. And sometimes you will struggle with your own self. You will struggle with your own thoughts. But that's okay. Struggle, and towards the end, ungavumi uvele ilanga lakusasa uNkulunkulu engakubusisanga. Ngegama likaYise indodana nomoya ogcweleyo.